De Facto Podcast is privileged to have been founded on Wadjuk Noongar land.
We pay our respects to the traditional owners of this land and express our sincere gratitude for their ongoing guidance as we work in their community.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of De Facto, where we discuss our 9 to 5 kind of relationships in another podcast literally no one asked for. I'm Nicolette.
I'm Kate.
And hello to Lainey. And we also have Zach in the corner over there.
Zach, it's his first appearance on the episode. He's saying no, he doesn't want to speak, but we will get him to speak today, I promise you.
And if not, we'll drag him back next time and we'll have him on here. And we're thinking, and I just thought of this now, we're going to do a boys' opinion episode.
Yes.
So send us in your questions. We're going to have Zach answer them.
Yes.
We'll give him time to prepare.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll throw him under the bus for some of them as well.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So, Nicolette,
Yes.
take it away. What's your catch up? How was the weekend? It's actually Sunday. I want to point out we're recording at 8 a.m. on Sunday. We are saints. We are
here.
Women of the Lord by getting up so early. So thank you.
Then off to church after this. No, well, I would just like to say, first of all, why is it so cold? What's going on?
It's only May.
It's only May, and I don't know if I can do 3 more months of this, because if I wanted to live somewhere cold in the morning, I'd move back to Canada.
Right.
And it's annoying because I've realised, well, I already knew this, but like in Perth cold, you still have to dress like Perth, like not that cold weather. So like I don't have like thick pants, a winter jacket, like nice stuff that I can wear out. Whereas in a ski town, you can look really ugly and no one cares.
Yeah.
But in Perth, nothing's built for the cold weather.
No. My electricity bill, through the roof.
And your unit's tiny.
And my unit is tiny. Thanks for pointing that out. That makes me feel really, really
Well,
great.
if it makes you feel any better, we only have one heater and it only heats up the lounge room. All summer we did sleep in the lounge room for the air conditioning, and now I'm thinking we're going to move the mattress and we're just going to have one bedroom unit where we lock off the rest of the house and just sleep where the heater is.
Excellent.
Actually, I would just like to say today's sponsor,
Yeah, please.
driving lessons.
Driving lessons.
Because
We do set the bar really high for our sponsors.
well, we do.
And
And we also,
WA's best driving lesson man who is...
well, obviously, like we're the best drivers out there.
Yeah.
But on the drive here this morning, so quite quiet, Sunday morning, Scarborough Beach Road, not really many people around.
The only people that are around are people going to church
and coming to record a podcast.
or people doing driving lessons, I'm assuming.
Well, no, people that need to do driving lessons. So we're driving, or Zach's driving, me, passenger princess.
Yes.
And we're like, what the fuck is that? Not one, but 2 Getzes on the wrong side of the road coming straight for us. Straight to, I said, are they on our side of the road? And Scarborough Beach Road's like a 4 lane, so 2 on each side, coming straight at us, 1 in each lane. And I thought, I was like, oh my God, Zach, slow down, slow down. And they started to slow down too. And then we get closer and they're like, hee hee, sorry. And like veer onto the right side of the road and keep driving.
What?
Yeah, weird. I was like, oh no, we got some crackies like screaming down the wrong side of the road. No, I think they're following each other. These 2 women who just had no idea what was going on.
Fucking hell.
And I don't know how they got all the way to Scarborough Beach Road on the wrong side of the road. Like when you get to the lights and like there's no lights facing you, would you not be like, hang on a second? Anyway, so big shout out. Driving lessons, go get them. That's all I'm saying.
Go get them. Yeah,
Go get 'em.
I would totally agree. I have driven on the wrong side of the road once. It was when I was going through, I think I was going through another breakup or something. I knew it was coming. I went to pick my boyfriend up from a club in the city, and I pulled over and I parked. And then when I pulled out, and I'm crying and it was all emotional, I pulled up to the lights and there was like a fuckload of cars facing me. And I was like, ah! And everyone was like flashing their lights. And I was like, oh my God.
Just gets out, leaves the car. We can't do this anymore.
Luckily, I was in a Swift, so I could just do a 10-point turn to turn around and go the other way.
No, not even a 10-point turn, just a hook turn straight through. Don't even worry about it. No.
Okay, well, thank you to our sponsors, Driving Lessons.
Driving lessons, say big thank you. What have you been doing, Kate?
Well,
Update the fans.
Okay, I guess the breakup diaries. Where are we at? Internal glow up is going very well, I would say.
You do look great.
Thank you. I've been gua sharing the fuck out of my face every
Love that.
day. Mostly it's to gua shar away all the puffiness and from crying every night.
Well,
you
know
know
what?
But whatever. Been doing my morning manifestations. if anyone's interested, things I'm saying, my go-to. I am that queen.
Love that.
I love
You are
myself.
that queen.
I am loved. I am lucky. Everything good always happens to me. They're my morning manifestations. So if you want to use them, you can use them,
Thank you.
guys. Sometimes a bit of journaling doesn't go astray. Another thing that I'm doing is I'm calling on 5 minutes every day, 5 minutes every night, calling on my spirit guides
Okay.
to guide me.
Well, maybe you can do that at church this afternoon when you
no,
head
this
there.
has nothing to do with church.
Oh, okay. Is this more a universe?
This is more of a
spirit guide?
universe. My spirit guides that come and go from our lives.
I love that.
Lainey's looking at me, thinking, what the fuck? I'm calling them on to guide me.
Maybe you could get your auras read.
I'm going to see my psychic next month.
Well, there you
So
go.
I'll let everyone know. I wish I could record. Maybe I'll ask my psychic if I can record on my phone, and I'll bring in some audio.
Yeah.
The audio will be shit, but
That's
we'll
all right.
work through it.
Actually, can you not tell her that you're going through a breakup?
I won't. She'll know though.
Yeah, she will.
I
She's
won't
pretty
say
good.
anything. I won't say anything.
Zach.
Zach is giving me a weird look as well. So that's where I'm at. I've gotten on the dating apps as well.
You could say we. As a throuple.
Myself, Nicolette, and Zach have all gotten on the dating apps together. So we share screened up to the big screen on Friday night and had
Yep.
a little swipey swipe. I would say
Slim pickings.
I would say dire. It's dire out there. There's a few guys that I'm like, yeah, could be a bit of fun. Could be a bit of
Yep.
fun. Do I want to put the effort in to go and meet them? No. Do I want to have a conversation with them?
Nah.
No. Do I want to fill a lonely void?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I do.
And that's okay too, because I reckon there would be other people out there also feeling a void.
yeah, we could fill voids together.
And like we always said, as long as you make it clear from the start,
Yep.
that's what you're after, not in for anything serious,
Yep.
you're good.
Yeah.
You're safe.
Yeah. Thank you to those that did follow me on my Instagram and the lovely messages that you sent me. Just kidding, no one messaged me, but you did follow me, so thanks
Hey,
for that.
Todd did offer to send you a voucher.
I did so on TikTok, someone commented and said that he would send me a voucher for a me day.
Love that. And I said, fucking do it.
Right? I'm going to do it. I'm going to give him my email account.
Give him a burner one.
Does that make me a sugar baby? No, I'm just accepting a gift, right?
Yeah. Not a sugar baby. He's offered.
He's offered.
And I think unless you're actually sugar babying him
right?
and giving him something back,
Which I won't
maybe
be.
he's just a decent person. Like if it was like a woman that was like, oh my God, babe, love you. I'm going to send you this, have a me day. You wouldn't think twice.
No.
Maybe he's just a really gentle soul who feels for you.
Thank you.
Or
I
maybe
think
he's
he
trying to
does.
whistle your way in. Who knows?
You know, we've got the two oldies in Australia that would welcome me in. So thanks to them.
I do love that.
Other updates, Love Life. Basically, I've got to get laid somewhere in the near future.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So next
I
episode,
reckon there'd
stay
be a few
tuned.
people that would volunteer.
Connor, have you got any friends? Could you let me know? Let me know.
Thank you.
It's
us know.
It's a pretty tough. What's the word? Like casting call to get into my love life.
It is. It's
a lot
quite,
of things you got to
yeah.
meet. So you've got to be
666.
666. We want the 666, guys.
Like the 666.
You know, Zach's pointing that he's got the 666 tattooed on his chest.
He wishes. Nah.
And we are thinking about what we're going to do maybe and message us. We're going to get people to come on here for first dates and we'll interview them. I think that's going to be great. I'll have someone next time we'll do a first date interview, I reckon.
And also, we could be interviewing you, and even if, you and Kate don't work out, we'll put this out and maybe all the fans out there will be like, what a catch. You know what I mean?
for you.
For you. So
my
if you're
God,
single,
Yes.
come on here and we will, toot your horn.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
Yeah. And then there you go, free publicity.
Yes. So
Our last TikTok got 60K views.
if anyone is listening and has a single male friend, we're just going to start off with the men, but then we'll go to the women as well.
Yep.
Get on here. We'll interview you. We'll put it out as like a first date. It could be our actual first date, or we might not be interested in, and this is like you selling yourself. There might be other people interested in you.
Exactly.
That's a great idea. We're going to do that.
Get in now because then we'll start charging.
Yeah, and remember when we said this before, when you message us, we need the header because we get so many messages.
So many messages.
We
It's
need
tough
to
out
filter
there.
through them.
It is tough out there.
And the really last embarrassing thing that I did on the weekend that I can't seem to let go, is we went to an awards night.
Yes,
and
we
this
were
was
up for an award, the podcast of the
Podcast of the Year awards. There was a different awards night for our organisation, which our organisation was nominated, and then for some reason it was me accepting the award
on behalf of the
on
organisation.
behalf of the organisation. But all the emailing that went out was about me, so we're a bit concerned if it was just for me or was it?
Kate accidentally sent through her modelling pics instead of actually our logo, so that popped up on the big screen. Is that my Hinge profile? That's so weird. Got me.
And then me when I get my award. And if anyone's single, just like table 30 at the back.
Table 30, do a lap, ladies, gentlemen, we're up there.
No, so we went upstairs to the big ballroom for this awards night, and then we had to sign in, and there was a sign that said like finalists and nominees, like please come forward and give your name. So I went up, and the guy on his little iPad said,
Are you a nominee?
and he goes, are you a nominee? No, are you a nominee or a finalist? And then before he could even finish, I interrupted and cut him off and went, semi-finalist. Semi-finalist.
Kate was like, sorry, not just a nominee, a semi-finalist. Where's the table for the check-ins? So the guy was like, no, yeah, that's here. And he goes, oh, okay, just checking.
And then he's like, what's your name? And then ticked me off, and I was fucking so embarrassed. I didn't mean to do it. I don't know why I corrected him. I didn't need to tell him, but it just came out.
We actually should have brought the award in today, popped it up.
Well, we went out for drinks afterwards. We had this cute little table having cocky teas, and there's like a candle on there, and I popped our little award up on the table.
When the bartender, sorry, is that in the way? Let me just move my award off the table. No, great weekend though.
Thanks.
I also have a power move.
Oh, yes.
So Zach's recently been hanging out with his work friends a lot.
Yeah.
And they go out for like the boys' brekkie and then like might go for a drink or whatever.
Boys.
So I've been calling it a play date. So when he goes out with the boys, I say, what time's your play date again? Do you need a lift to your play date? It was so cute. Out on his
So-
little friends. The
The little boys all hanging out, talking
So
and stuff. What do you reckon they
cute.
talk about?
I don't know. You won't invite me.
Sports.
Not allowed to come.
Sports, cars.
Just like, just being a good friend.
Fuel economy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cars, yeah. It's so cute.
So cute.
Love the play date. Adorable.
Stop it.
And the other thing I also saw on TikTok this week is a thing called, so we have soft launching, hard launching, and then there's relaunching. When you broke it up with someone.
Are you relaunching yourself?
No. You've got back together with them and you're relaunching them back on your socials. So
That's what I should have done when I went through the 24-hour breakup,
you
and then I was
then you're back.
rekindled with an ex.
So anyway, and then everyone was just like, all my friends would disown me if I relaunched. And I thought,
What's
I
the
know
process for relaunching? Is
I
it the
think you
same?
just hashtag relaunch. We're back. We are back.
I love that. Straight to the point. Straight to the
Straight
point.
to the point. So, yeah. All right, what's our hot top, Kate?
Okay, so bear eating cupcakes is what I put. Did you hear about in Connecticut or Kentucky, I can't remember, this black bear barged into a bakery and stole and ate 60 cupcakes. 60 cupcakes. And there's footage of it.
I reckon I could put back 60 cupcakes on a good day.
Yeah, right?
Are they mini ones? I see one and it's like the possum that broke into the bakery in Australia. Have you seen that?
No?
And it was it's like, if you Google it, the possum, and then he's in like the tray where all like the scones and stuff were made. And then when the bakery owners got there in the morning, it's sitting like on its back, like, and it's like all puffed and it's got like blueberry jam all over its face. So I ate too much that it couldn't run away. It's so cute.
Oh. So I wanted to talk about the segue being bear barging in and stealing something.
Yep.
Taking things after a breakup. Segue.
Great segue.
Great segue.
Very
So taking
cool.
things after a breakup, are we doing it? Are we not doing it?
Oof. I think no, but please share your opinion.
Okay, I reckon it's circumstantial.
Yeah, actually, okay. Yep, I take what back I said.
And I'm only saying this because I've done a few things. Not in this recent breakup. I have been mature.
It's been very amicable.
I've even had the keys to his house, and he's been away, and I haven't gone there, haven't done anything.
No.
And he does have one of my bowls, so I could have gone there and got the bowl back.
Exactly.
But I didn't. But in a previous relationship, some things have happened.
Bit crazy girl.
I went crazy girl. So I reckon taking things after a breakup, if it's got to make you feel better, fuck it.
Depends if they treated you poorly.
If they treated you like shit and it's going to give you a little one-up and just boost your little ego, I would say whatever.
Whatever.
I mean, don't take anything big. Like, like a vacuum cleaner or something expensive
front
like
door.
that. Like don't take something expensive.
Actually, front door, that's a good one.
But if it's going to be something small, like taking all of the toilet paper and the tissues and the paper towels, so then they go to do a shit and they don't have anything there, take that.
Oh my God, actually, quick segue. I have a funny story with that.
Yeah.
My friend, might have told this before, I don't know. She used to share a house with like a group of people and she was the only one that ever bought like the paper towels, the toilet paper, the tissues. And she'd always like send in the group, be like, hey guys, like we're nearly low on this stuff. Can someone get it? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. And they never would. So she was like, I've been fucking buying toilet paper for this house for like the last year. And then so one day she was like, nah, I've had enough. So she bought toilet paper and she kept it in her room. She like messaged it. She's like, hey guys, we're down to the last roll of toilet paper. Like, can someone stop by on their way home and go get them? So it's someone else's turn. And then one of the other guys was like, yeah, no worries, I can do it. Okay. And then she went into the toilet. She took her roll of toilet paper, like put it in a dressing gown, then used the rest of the one that was in the bathroom, left the empty toilet roll there, finished up, went. And then she knew her housemate got home and she's like, I'm busting to go to the toilet. And she was sitting in there for a while. So she was sitting there like, oh, there's not any toilet paper in there. And then she was like, oh, is anyone home? Is there any toilet paper out there? And she went, no, actually we've run out. So then she just hears her getting in the shower as well to like obviously wash off. And then she went out and bought like all this toilet paper for the house. And I was like, maybe sometimes you just got to do that.
You got to do that.
You got to hide and gatekeep your toilet paper.
Okay, this reminds me of a story now that because Zach is here and he's shaking his head. This is the
I was literally thinking
this is the best story. So, and I don't know if we told this ever. So when we lived in Canada, I think we might have told the story.
I don't know if we have. It's been a while. Tell it.
Okay, so obviously we're all broke bitches. We're not making much money. Our friend Charlie, she worked at the local ski resort, and she did a lot of cleaning. So at the ski resort, they always had that big roll of the really shitty toilet paper,
Yeah.
and for some reason they had this rule that when it was half used, they had to take it away and replace it.
Yeah.
So she had this massive bag of this shitty ass toilet paper.
Actually, this was COVID times when the toilet paper saga started, remember? And you
True.
couldn't buy toilet paper.
True. And so we had Charlie said, do you guys want some free toilet paper? Obviously, yes. We want the toilet paper. We won't waste some money on that. We also had some of the bougie toilet paper just kicking around.
You know, the
right?
triple ply
Yeah, the soft stuff, not the scratchy ass stuff.
with the little Labrador on the front.
Me and Nicolette taking one for the team, scratching our nusses, using this
the
toilet
shit
paper.
toilet paper.
And then, okay, so there was a few times where I'd go to the toilet and the cheap toilet paper wouldn't be on the toilet roll. There'd be the bougie stuff, and I'd be like, oh, that's weird.
Where did that
anyway,
come from?
take it off, put it away, go back to the shit stuff, and then I go to the toilet again. Oh, the bougie stuff is back, right? And then I went to work that day, and I said to Nicolette, I was like, I think Zach's using the bougie stuff and then hiding it in the back of the cupboard so we don't know it exists.
And I said, I've been having the same inkling.
So when Nicolette got home from work, she got the bougie roll out, the one bougie roll that was left, unravelled it, practically wrote a death note on there.
I think you wrote the death note. Oh no, I think we did it together. We're like, we know what you're doing on each like different place.
And then rolled it back up so that next time he uses toilet paper, had this death note on there.
And it was so funny because you hear him like ruffling around in the cupboard trying to find the good toilet paper to bring it out for his car.
Us knowing the message was about to appear.
I was just sitting outside the door like waiting.
Oh, fuck, that's
Only the
funny.
best for Zach's butt, apparently.
Zach's butt deserves the best.
Only the best.
Ain't that the truth?
Unlike us who have to wipe every time.
I've got to wipe every time. I'm a multiple wiper too. I'm a scruncher. Zach, whatever, Zach. Okay, back to the hot top.
Okay.
Giving back gifts. So you've been given a gift.
Yep.
Are we giving it back?
Well, I reckon depends how long you've had the gift for.
Okay, so I've had the gift for 3 weeks. It was a birthday gift.
I think maybe if you did the breaking up,
Give it back.
give it back. But I think if you've been dumped, no, fuck it, keep it.
Okay, great.
And also it depends what it is. Like if it's I personally, if it's like a nice piece of jewelry that I didn't want to be reminded of them by, I'd probably give it back. But if it's like something practical,
Well, it is nice jewelry, but I really like it. It looks good on me.
well then if
And
it's
I
not
get-
like,
I
I
get a
think
lot
it
of
was like an
compliments.
engagement ring,
Give it back.
maybe give it back because like,
Yeah.
do you really want it?
Yeah. Can you request gifts back?
I think you could, but it would just get messy.
Okay.
It could get messy.
Yeah.
I think if it was like their grandma's ring,
So I bought him a $200 kettle about
Yeah, but you got dumped, so I think
2.5
you can
weeks
take
ago.
it back.
True. He has given it back to me, but I'm like, do I sell it? What do I do with the goddamn fucking kettle? If anyone wants a $200 kettle, just hit me up. It's beautiful. It's one of those like, it's like a copper, like stovetop red plush.
Maybe re-gift it for Christmas. Give it to your parents.
Oh yeah, good idea.
There you go.
Good
Well,
idea.
Kath listens to this.
Sorry,
Okay.
Mum. Sorry, Mum.
Surprise! Surprise! You got a nice kettle for Christmas.
Okay, let's get into the episode.
Yeah.
The episode I've called Bear Facts. Why? Because we just spoke about bears. Second reason, we're talking about sex in public. And bears, I bet ya, they have sex in public.
I reckon they would, those dirty little dogs.
Yeah, eating all those cupcakes, those
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Also, we were talking about that. Watched that video of the bears the other day. Remember? Was it you? Oh no, I think that was Maddie. And then they were like, "Oh my god, there's bears around." But I was like, only grizzlies are the ones you got to watch out for.
Yeah, no, that was me.
And black bears, you just like, and they run off.
Nicolette would know she's actually an outdoorsy girl. So
Just call me Bindia when I'm out there in the elements. But no, it's true. So there you go. If it's grizzly, you're fucked. If it's a black bear, you're probably all right.
they'll just eat your cupcakes and run on.
They will, exactly.
Okay, so
Like the
today
possum.
we're talking about sex in public.
Yep.
My question to you, Nicolette, can we actually have sex in public in Australia?
I think legally, no.
What does the law say?
The law, I did look this up. So criminal code covers any or all indecent acts in public, including sex. So
Well, that includes a person who does an indecent act in a public place or in the sight of any person who is in a public place. Does that mean in your home if someone is in sight, so like with the windows, the blinds up?
nah.
In a police station, you can't have sex.
Shame.
I bet you there's a few little filthy cops out there that have had a lot of sex in those cop stations.
What else do you do in lockup?
Yeah,
You know,
right?
Bored. A couple of people in there. I reckon a few people have done the dirty in a police station for sure.
Absolutely.
But that's the same as like urinating in public. Technically, you're not allowed to do that either.
Exactly.
But what do you do when you're on the road and you got to take a whizzer?
Or you're pregnant and
Right.
you just got to pee everywhere you go.
I don't know if too many people have actually been fined for that. I think it would be more if you're like peeing on like a shop window or like,
I do know someone that went to court for it.
really? Was it like actual public place or was it like an alleyway?
I think it might have been on the side of a street.
I think pick your moments and pick your area. There's
Yeah.
many public places you could probably get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
On a main street, you're probably going to get arrested for it.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to smell your wee on a main street. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so having sex in public, Nicolette, have you done it?
I have.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, does like a tent count? Because technically,
hold on, let's refer up to the law. What does it say? A person in a public place. No, but I feel like a campsite is a private place. It's privately owned. So you're good. So is that the only place you've done
no,
it? Because
I've
if that's
also
it,
done it.
you're boring.
I've also done it in a car, in a public place.
Luckily, the suspension is good on Zach's cruiser.
Well, I don't know. Actually, was it that good?
Zach,
Anyway, Zach's all awkward now.
he's just looking at his phone.
Pretending he can't hear us. But no, have you?
Absolutely.
Whereabouts?
The most recent time was with the ex-boyfriend. Ding,
Shout out.
There's the mention of the ex-boyfriend. We're going to start doing that now. We went down south over summer and we had sex. And I think I told this story. I think I told this story in the episode that went missing, actually. We were
The great episode.
the amazing episode that went missing, which we will re-record, I reckon. It was a great conversation.
Still recording. Just checking.
We were down at like a beach, but it was like there was not really anyone around because it was like one of those like national camp spots.
Yeah.
And then it was like you drive and there's like a million beaches. So we went down to the beach. It's our honeymoon phase. I was pretty horny all the time.
Yep.
So we were having sex in the water, like
In the water.
in the water, leaning against a rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, great. Like no one's around, right?
Yeah.
Going. This is the thing, right? This is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's someone right there.
Or in the water.
Right, hopped out of the water onto the rock and then I could see them about 5 meters away.
That is why they say, because you're never actually that private.
You're never that private.
Well, that was like when we got out of the car, because it was this random car park in Albany that we tried to find a secluded spot.
And then on like a family holiday.
Yeah,
you're like,
and then
oh,
we
we're
were
gonna
like,
have some private sex.
Yeah, and then we got out of the car and then we looked up and there's like all these houses, like a few people having their lunch. Us pulls up, puts the fucking
Visor?
shade up. 20 minutes later, hello.
We're just having a nap. We're just having a nap.
We're just having a nap in the
What are
middle
these-
of summer with the car off.
Just waking
Was it
up.
on? I can't remember. But what about the Mile High Club?
Okay. I don't understand the obsession with it.
Yeah.
There is so many germs in those bathrooms. There is no way my bare ass is touching anything
Exactly.
in that. I don't even I hate going to them. I don't even touch anything with my hands.
All I'm saying is it's not happening in economy.
No, it's
So
not.
take me on a business class flight
Maybe.
and then we can chat.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's go first class.
Yeah,
Why settle in
business?
business?
Why settle in
No.
business?
Because economy, A, there's no space.
Mm-hmm.
B, the toilets, I can't even fit myself in there.
When I was flying Sydney, just put that. Went to Sydney and then got dumped, but whatever. I had a big coat on,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had to walk into the bathroom with my coat and trying to take the coat off
There's
to
no
go
space.
toilet without touching the seat behind me.
Yep.
Oh,
And never once, maybe on a long haul, maybe, have I gone to the toilet and then not be people waiting outside.
yeah.
So then
Which
I
sucks
think,
when you got to do a shit, right? Because then they know it's
Yeah.
you that did the shit. You can't be like,
no, that's when you do the, whoa,
Oh, God,
someone did that. But I think as well, the way to get around it would be she's not feeling well or he's not feeling well. I just got to check on him
oh,
and then come out and then be like, sorry guys, she's really unwell in there
after you've had sex.
after you've had sex.
After
and
the
then
whole
and then
plane
20
just had you
minutes
go.
later, come out. But planes are pretty loud. I actually don't, I reckon you get away with it.
You reckon?
Yeah, because when you take off your headphones, it's like, you know, like that, like noise on a
True.
plane. It's very
True.
loud.
And then when that noise changes sound slightly, I always rip my headphones out like we're about to crash.
Yeah, what was that? But we actually, when we were in Exmouth a few years ago, we were staying next to people who had a rooftop tent, and it was, I kid you not, like 8:30. Were you there? Or were you still at the pub? I can't
I
remember.
was still at the pub.
and
but I
we
did-
walked back.
Wasn't it still a little bit light? Like
It was
everyone
not late.
Everyone was still up.
Like I think we went back to get jeans or something. I don't know. And then we came back, and this tent is like on the rooftop car tent. It's full shaking, like actual earthquake shaking. And you could hear these people going at it. And there's still kids riding their bikes, like people walking, emptying their little caravan toilets. And I was like, oh my God, they're going at it. And the worst part was our sites were like on the main footpath on the outside of the caravan park, so where everyone walks into town. So everyone's just walking to dinner, and this car's just like full on going at it. And that's what I mean. Like, that's surely a public place, right?
Yeah, that's hectic.
And then the awkward part was when they came down from the tent and everyone's like, okay.
yeah. Hey, do you
Yeah.
have
And it was
fun?
very vocal too.
Oh,
It wasn't just like
More.
moans. Yeah. It was like full, like, more harder.
oh.
You're big.
Sorry, you're in a tent.
That's what I
That
mean.
shit's paper thin. It's not brick here.
Yeah.
It's
Hire a cabin.
people forget that just because you're in something like a tent or a swag, that soundproofing doesn't exist. They think, oh, the sound will stay in the
Yeah.
thing.
No.
No.
I also did a quick Google of places that people have had sex, like that report it.
Yeah.
And I found out that people have sex literally everywhere. These chairs we're sitting in,
Someone's probably fucked on
someone's
them.
probably done it.
Yeah, literally.
So
They probably filmed it too.
these are a few that I found. In a tent display in a sporting equipment store.
Really?
Someone's had sex. Must have been a quickie because they're in there a lot. On a city train, again with the plane, train, bus, not into it.
Yuck. It's
Gross.
too many germs for me.
Lifeguard stand at the beach. That's giving very California summer vibes, isn't
That's
it?
hot. I can get around that.
I can get around that too. I think they're all locked though, so maybe he was lifeguard.
Would have been last
Hope he wasn't on duty. Nightclub on the dance floor. Again, nasty. But I do remember people witnessing people doing it at levers on the dance floor. So
Oh,
there you go. On a carnival ride after it closed. Bit creepy.
those carny people. We've
Carny
said that
people.
before. Carny
We've
people.
said the carny people.
And who do they interlocked with? They interlocked with. What was our Venn
Horse.
diagram?
Not
Horse people.
petting zoo people.
Petting zoo guys, horse girls, carny people.
Car-
And they're all fucking on the machines.
What did we see the other day, Zach, that I said that's on the same level as carny people? Or the firework people. They're setting up in Shark Bay.
Oh.
On a whole barge, just all these fireworks out, ready to go on a barge. They're just having a dart next to it. Not locked off. Anyone fucking could have just set these on fire. Very country town. This person said on a jet ski.
Okay. Yeah, that would be hot in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Get a bit of momentum from the ocean.
Yeah, and if it was like a glass off,
And the last one in the basement of a church.
go get it. Go get it, Queen.
Love that.
Someone I know fucked it at the front of a church.
Yeah.
Yeah, she fucked. She didn't realize till afterwards had sex on the grass and then was like, stood up and she was like, oh,
That's church.
amen.
Amen. Exactly.
Okay, I did hear on Triple J, the hookup, they were talking
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
I
about
love
like
the
real
hookup.
estate agents having sex in the
Yes.
home opens.
I did hear that too.
That's someone else's stuff. You can do it if it's a staged. I'll allow it if it's a staged home open and
Yeah.
it's not someone's personal belongings.
Yep.
But if it's someone's home with their stuff, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
Yeah, I agree. That's a bit creepy. I think the stage one's fine.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
whatever you want.
What would you do if you caught someone having sex in public? So, for example, when you were listening to those people having sex, I imagine you would have just felt very awkward
Yeah.
and didn't do anything.
I
But if
didn't
you
do
were
anything.
like walking across along the street and then there's two people just like going at it.
Yeah. Just because I don't like confrontation, I'd probably just cross the other side of the street, pretend I didn't see it.
Yeah. I go,
Yeah.
yes, Queen, pop off.
Yeah, depending
Go get
depending
it.
who it was. First of all, I'd probably be a bit concerned about, is everyone all right?
Oh, true.
What's going on?
Yep, we've got to think about that.
But if they're just, a couple of drunk people, hooligans having
Or
a
if it's a
fun night out,
couple. But I guess, how do we know it's a couple?
well, you don't. But I reckon, hopefully you wouldn't see it in broad daylight.
You'd
know?
probably see, I reckon if you saw me down in the rocks having sex, you'd probably think I was fine. I was enjoying my
I'd go,
time.
Kate! Kate! Kate!
Have you got a condom?
Oh, hey, mate! Guys,
Oh,
it's me!
Oh, are you having sex? Oh, sorry. I'll come back.
Have fun! I'll catch you later! What if it was your friend? Have you ever heard your friend going at it?
Oh, yeah. I think pretty
Yeah.
much all of my friends have had sex in public. I feel like everyone's had sex in public,
Yeah.
right? Lainey, have you? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Lainey's not. It's like it's like a little bit fun. It's a little bit raunchy.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, gets your heart rate going.
Yep.
Not mine because I just lay there and starfish. I'm just kidding. I can go on top.
Well,
whatever.
exactly. What about, have you ever walked in on someone?
No, I haven't walked in on someone, but I have pretty much. I think I've pretty much been walked in on though before. My mum. So I was going to Bali for a holiday, and my boyfriend was over like the day of I was flying out to say goodbye.
Wow.
So he came over, and then mum left to go and do something, and then obviously we were going to have our last sex before.
Wow. The great last sex.
The great last sex
Yep.
for the holiday, and then during it, she came home, and this is like a 2-story house, so she came through the front door, and my bedroom was on the second story, but right where the front door is. So I heard her come in, and then we scrambled, and I walked out of my room and was like, just very abruptly, was like, "You're back!" And then she looked up at me and went, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then she's like, I knew I shouldn't have come back. I'm sorry. I'll leave. You go. No, get back into it. I'll leave.
And then it's like, oh, now I don't want to.
Yeah, then the moment was
The
ruined.
moment is gone.
The moment was ruined. So I haven't walked in on anyone, but I've had that happen.
Yeah. No, I actually haven't walked in on anyone either.
Has anyone ever walked in on you? Have I walked in on you? No. Not
I
that
don't think
know
so.
of.
Not that I know of.
Well, you guys don't have sex though, do you?
No, exactly. We're waiting till marriage. So
Yeah.
there you go. No, I've actually never walked in on someone. I've definitely heard people,
Yes.
but I don't really care about that.
Zach, did you ever hear me have sex in Canada?
No.
See, I'm silent. I just lay like this. I go like this.
That's hot.
That's what you get from me.
Well, exactly. All right, so why do you think people have sex in public?
Oh my God, because it's fun.
Yeah, do you reckon it's the thrill?
It's the thrill.
Yeah.
It's the thrill of like, who could find us? Will we get away with it? Also for me, it's just been like, I'm fucking horny. My hormones are crazy.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
You're just ready.
I'm do it in a very specific location. Again, I don't want any sand going up my crack. Hence why in the water, I don't want any sticks.
In the water's
leaves.
not very lubricant though. Like
Yeah.
that's pretty tough.
Don't worry. I was lubed up. You don't need to worry about
There
that.
was enough.
You don't need to worry about that, sister. I'm not doing it in any like trains, buses,
No.
planes.
Anything that's dirty.
like germs. I hate germs.
Yeah.
Poo particles. Anywhere near poo particles.
nah.
Not happening.
Toilets.
No.
No,
No.
definitely not. I reckon also people no privacy at home. Maybe
True.
strict parents, younger
Yeah.
people if they're living at home.
Uh-huh.
Nosy roommates. Maybe people want to get away from their roommates.
True.
And I also reckon some people get off on being watched.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many people out there that
Yeah.
love that. The thrill of that.
The thrill of getting actually walked in on.
Yeah.
But I find it really hard to relax if there's a chance someone could walk in.
Oh, yeah.
So it has to be like actually rural public.
Yeah.
Could just do it where like people are walking by and it's like quick.
Actually, I do have another story that when I've done it, we were camping in Coral Bay. This was with an ex of an ex of an ex of an exes ago. We're on a family holiday in Coral Bay. And we're all camping together. We know the tents are paper thin, so we couldn't have sex. So we drove at nighttime. Oh, sorry guys, we're just going to go on a little nighttime drive.
Then someone goes, "Can I come?"
Yeah. Sorry, nah. And then we managed to get away and we drove down to like a road, which I now know after having lived after doing my 6 shifts at the Coral Bay pub, I now know it's a very busy road even at nighttime.
Well,
No.
there you go.
And then we had sex sort of outside the car on this road. And that was actually really, really fun.
Yeah,
I loved that moment.
love that.
But,
Yeah.
okay, what about some places you could probably get away with doing it? And we're not condoning doing it because it is illegal. But theoretically, if you wanted to, if it was not illegal, where could you get away with doing it?
Well, first of all, I just had to say, clean up after yourself. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
If there's a condom involved, put it in the bin.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to touch that. I reckon you can get away with doing it in like a dressing room at a store.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon you could with the lock.
But the noise.
Well, I reckon if you're quiet, you could get away with it.
Okay, well, try that. Get back to us.
A podcast studio?
Yeah, you could do it in a podcast studio.
I mean, it's all soundproof in here, so you could probably get away with most things.
Yeah, 100%. Hiking, if you're going on a big hike, but I guess ticks in your bum.
Ticks.
Ticks
And
in your
bears.
bum.
That's
And
the thing.
bears. Yeah. But if
Grizzly
they're a
bears.
black bear, just shoo them away.
Yeah, you just shoo them away. And we have many bears in Australia, so it is something to be aware of.
I only recently found out that drop bears aren't a real thing and it's a joke.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good for you then.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's,
Interesting, Kate.
yeah. Yeah, I know.
When did you find that out? How did you find that out?
I'd say about 12 months ago,
And someone said it.
someone said, was crack the drop bears joke. And I said,
What joke?
what are drop bears? Like, I've never seen them at the zoo or anything.
No. Wow.
And they said, what? And I said, what? What do you mean, what?
It's like one of those things that you like find out way later in life.
Yeah.
Of like than actually thought.
Well, I didn't know it was a joke. So how am I meant to know? So, yes, I am dumb. But whatever.
Okay. Well, I always thought that, like bowling, like 10-pin bowling. I just thought it was 10-pin bowling.
Or like one word.
You're like 10-pin. And then it wasn't until one day I actually read it. I was like, 10-pin bowling because there's 10 pins.
There's 10 pins, yeah.
I was like, 10-pin bowling. So there you go.
Other places I think you could, I think on a secluded beach, 100%. That would be nice in the broad daylight. But if you're like well in the middle of nowhere, which there are many places like that in WA.
There are.
Many places.
And I reckon if you had a beach umbrella up, like just kind of covering you, like are people coming that close if you're on a secluded beach? I reckon
They're
you
not.
get away with it. But drones though, that's the thing. There's always a bloody drone.
Yeah, but if you're in the middle of like if you go like 15 hours north.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to get laid,
Yeah.
drive 15 hours north.
Exactly.
Have sex, drive back.
I reckon you go 3 hours down south and you'd probably be all right.
Well, that's what I thought of
Like
this
yelling
place.
up,
That's what I thought of this place. But
one of those. What about a cemetery? I reckon you could probably get away with it there.
yeah, but ghost man, they are watching you. But there are some people that would be turned on by having sex in a cemetery.
Like turned on by the ghosts.
yeah,
Yeah,
the spookiness of it
they'd
all.
get off on it for sure.
Yeah.
Where else could you do it? In a car. It's pretty quiet. Shopping centre?
Nah, that's gross.
I reckon in a quiet shopping centre you probably could get away with it.
Whereabouts in the shopping centre?
I don't know.
Does it?
Well, Lady works
have
at
you-
Maya, so
have
she
you
would
had
know.
people having sex at work? Can I turn you up?
So Lainey works at Maya, so she's going to share with us.
Oh, like, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It just like, it happens a lot more than I ever thought it would in the change rooms. Like, there have been times where we've seen like a couple go in a change room and then you'll see like the girl on her knees, like when you can see like under the,
Oh
and
my
you'll hear
God.
noises.
Really?
And then like the old ladies will like go up to the change rooms and be like, excuse me, like, do you need any help with sizes? And like, and then you'll just see them walk out. It happens all the time.
What?
Oh my god.
I know.
Crazy.
I need to spice up my life a bit.
Yeah.
People be doing these crazy
But
things.
it's not nice lighting. like the music playlists aren't great.
True.
So
It's not really the vibes.
yeah, it's always like just really odd age range. It's always like the 30-year-olds.
Oh.
That's me now.
It's like the
So then it try to
40-year-olds.
like
I'd say late 30s, early 40s. It always is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just trying to get a little bit more kink, a little bit more sexy in their
Think
sex
so.
life. Spice it
Think
up a
so.
little bit.
yeah.
Oh, thanks,
Oh,
lady.
thanks for sharing. Yeah, interesting. Actually, when I used to lifeguard, it was well known as being like where like gay people would meet up.
Oh, and that's called a beat.
Oh, well, there you go. And it was like we had like the two change rooms, and it was like the old change rooms and then like the new change rooms, and like no one really went to the old change rooms, so they were a bit creepy. And that was apparently like where lots went on.
Well, I actually recently did a Rip Curl photo shoot. Thanks.
Where-
I am a model. And I was chatting with one of the Rip Curl photographers, and she was saying they were doing a shoot in Torquay at a beach. Oh, no, it was in either in Byron Bay or Torquay, whatever, at a beach. And this beach was like a well-known beach, so like a gay hookup spot.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't know that. And then she said she went down there, and there was all these like naked gay men walking up and down the beach with their cock rings on, ready to go. And she learned that apparently they do 3 walks up and down, and if no one approaches them, then you go home because no one's keen.
Wow.
But you've got to have your cock ring on there to make your dick look bigger, but so you're ready to go then and there.
Oh, all right.
And so they had to do the photo shoot and then
Photoshop them out.
Photoshop out all these all these men, these naked men in the background. And then as they were leaving, there was this like family walking down with young kids, and she was like, "Oh, just so you know, like this is like a hookup spot." And the family were like, "Oh no, it'll be fine." Like just thinking like surely there won't be anyone down there.
Well, there was.
There was.
Shield the children's eyes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What was that's pretty much wrapping up our public sex stories there.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much it. What about so we've done our hot top. Do you have a hot tip for the week, Kate?
Oh, my hot tip. What's my hot tip? Can you come back to me? Let me think of it if you've got one.
All right, my hot tip is just we drive on the left in Australia. So if you're driving and you're on the road, just stick to your left. That's all I have to say.
My hot tip is if someone invites you over, like if someone's having an afternoon tea or a dinner or whatever, and the time is 6 o'clock and you get there early, don't expect the host to be hosting you until 6 o'clock. If you're there 15 minutes early, you're helping with the setup and getting everything ready because they're not going to be ready yet.
True.
Do you know what I mean? And then when it comes to 6 o'clock, then they can get you a drink or, ask, oh, can I just have a glass of wine?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because some people get there early and then be like, oh, can I please have a wine? And you're like, I'm not set up yet because you're here early.
Yeah. So if you're rocking up to the host's house early, you say, what can I help you with?
Yes.
I feel like that is that could fit in with the common courtesy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a double. It goes both ways.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
fun.
No, I like that. Yeah. Be prepared to help out.
If you're there early, you got to help out.
Like that.
until it's
And
time
also
to
I
go.
have another one. Befriend your old neighbours because I have recently become friends with Betty who lives across the road. Apparently she's 98, but last time she told me she was 94, so I'm not quite sure.
We're not sure.
Anyway, she lives by herself. She's so cute and sweet, and she just sits outside in a little walker in the sun. And every time you walk past, she'll wave, and then we come and have a chat. She is honestly so funny. I was talking to her the other day, and she's like, oh, the most important thing you have to do is take care of your teeth because I'm 98, and then she said 94, so it is. And I still got all my same teeth, and she's telling me all about teeth hygiene. And then she's saying,
Was she a dentist?
I don't know. No, she worked at Dalkeith Primary School. She was a deputy there for many years.
Well.
Not many people can say they've bounced the mare on their knee.
Is that what she said?
Yes, when they were a baby, not in anything sexual. And then she also said,
Or the Scarborough mare?
or the Dalkeith mare. Look, I don't know. I don't even know we have mares, so yeah, it could be the Perth mare. That would make sense.
If you could just clear that up
I'll
for us.
clear that up. And then she also was like, I know a bit of sign language. And then she does like something, I can't remember what it was. And then she does this. It's like, what does that mean? She goes, don't care, not listening. And then she goes, the last thing I said, I was like, all right, Betty, I got to go. I'm off. Do you want me to grab you anything? Pop to the shops. She goes, oh, you could get me something, love. I was like, what? She goes, someone tall, dark and handsome with bad eyesight.
Amen, sister. That's exactly what I need too.
I was like honestly cracking up the whole time. She's I love her. All right. So that is all we have time for today. But we will be releasing podcasts weekly, ins and outs of dating, what not to do or what to do. So leave us a review on Spotify. Follow us at Dayfacto. That's DAYFACTO, where we post cool stuff in general.
Also follow me on Instagram, Kate Raston, KateRaston.
And slide in if you want to come on.
Slide in our DM so we can get you on the dating show.
We'll get you on. Even Connor, even if you want to come on and give us some tips or something.
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
Where we said you'd have it on here for a while, we're actually going to do it. All right. See you next time. Over and out.